Hi lovers, hi, how are you guys doing? Hilma Danielle here. Welcome back to my channel. I need us to discuss something that I think is very serious. It needs a chat, okay? It needs a chat, honestly, like very serious chat, okay? And this is a situation I'm reading, and I'm reading so many um, uh, videos on the internet where there are women that are like telling other women to tell their husbands to take care of their children. Okay, let me say, for instance, you're a wife. Okay, um, other women are telling wives to say, tell your husband to take care of his children. Okay, when the husband is not supportive to his children, or that father is not supportive to his children, or you find situations where other women are telling women to co-parent the child, co-parent, okay? Try to have relationships, okay? We are a generation that wants, I don't know whether we want to make a difference, because I think our parents back in the days really took care of children's better, because they stood in, not all of them, some, okay, some did not, but some did, because they really had the same ways of discipline, okay. Things have changed now, okay. However, I want us to have a chat in the end, but first of all, I will personalize my story. I will bring in a story of me and hubby that might not be too comfortable for me to share, but I will share it. Why am I sharing it? Not because we are in that phase, because it have passed. It's we have grown over it, and it's life, and it's real life. The moment we keep making life as if it's also perfect with no mistake, that is when we have a problem. We need to understand that life is a life that have got problems, that have got situations that in life we need to, solve or come across. Now, how I'm going to personalize my life a little bit, if I've made a few videos whereby my first pregnancy with my son, I can say me and Happy we're not really we didn't have a good relationship during that period of my pregnancy, okay. And that's why I keep telling people, I think I've made videos whereby I've said that for you to make a baby, more especially during pregnancies, be prepared for anything, okay? Anything can happen during pregnancy between two people. It might be hormonal changes, it must be pregnancy, what do you call them? Reactions towards the next person, the whatever that happens there, I don't know. But I want to say that we got married, okay. When we got married, I'm pregnant, I'm a few months pregnant, and somehow my hubby starts not liking me, or yeah, I want to put it like that, started not liking me, because at the end of the day, that's the answer that I got, that I did not like you during pregnancy. I just didn't find you attractive like that. And I want to believe it because I saw it with my own eyes, okay. It happens, okay. It happens, okay. Now here comes a situation that happened all these months. Every month I am given money, okay. All these months, every month I'm given money. We do what needs to be done in the house. The rest of the money that he is left with, he go takes care of his children and take care of himself. I mean, everybody needs pocket money, but I cannot be 100% sure whether he does or not, okay. Now we find ourselves in a situation where 2 months happened that he just didn't bring money home for some unknown reasons. I don't know. I'm also trying. Why are you not giving me money? I don't understand. Okay. Here we are in a situation where hubby did not give me money for 2 months. for some personal reasons that I'm not going to say here, but I'm just going to make it as light as I can so that the next person understands what's happening, okay? Then we have a discussion. It comes to an end, it stops, okay? One day, I am busy minding my business. Sister-in-law calls, okay? Gives me a call and tell me, no, I'm actually giving you a call that if you guys can only support the baby. One of the baby mama complained, can give the baby even just $300. It was quite a long story, which I'm not really interested in going into. I just want to bring the main important points on the table. If you guys can give the baby even something rather than the baby mama going to the courts for maintenance and we're hearing that the babies are not being supported because you are the one with the bobcat, okay? And then we have to speak about this and say that, okay, fine, we have to solve the issue at hand, okay? Which either way the issue was solved, I do not want to bring it to the table, but I want to bring to the table an issue of saying, tell your husbands to support the baby mamas, okay? Or the children's, tell your husbands to support their children's, okay? Now, I brought something very, very, very in short, okay? I brought something in short. It didn't happen for all the months, but in those 2 months, okay? I also had a situation. I'm pregnant, and I should say I went alone to my checkups. I was never assisted. I went alone. Literally, I was not liked during pregnancy, so I went alone for my checkups. Yeah, there are months really where I was given money, but unfortunately, hubby also ended up losing the job, and I ended up being on my own. I should say I went alone to my checkups. I was on my own for a few months with a person that was working. 2 months, I should say. On the count, is it 2 or 1? I think it's 1. 1 month we had an agreement that we must spend money because we had quite a lot of money, and we were like, spend your money, I'll spend my money. Let's just take from the gift that we're given from the wedding to take care of the house costs. The second one is the one where I think it's 1 month. I think it's 1 month. Then the next month, I was given, and then, yeah, the job was lost, okay? So now I want to talk and say, support, tell your husbands to support their babies, okay? Number 1. And I want to tackle the situation of the baby is not supported on the other side because of the wife, okay? And I want to tackle the situation of co-parent with the baby mama, okay? First of all, I want to speak to women in general, being it women in marriages, women outside of marriages, okay, with babies, okay, and say that the first thing that I would say is that, number 1, know the type of people that you make babies with. It's very important, okay? Know the type of people that you make babies with. If you make a baby with a person and you know their personalities and you know how they support the children and you know how they have not been supporting children, okay? Some of us, I want to make it very clear that some of us, we make babies with people that we know perfectly well the type of people that they are. Remember, I said one thing at the beginning, that we have different personalities, we have different characters, we have different, and that is what makes life very interesting, okay? And we find ourselves with different type of people. Have your situation, just know how to handle it, okay? Now, let me say, for instance, now you are here, you have the baby with the father you just know that this father is not supportive. But at the end of the day, should this person marry another person, now all of a sudden it's another woman's problem. Tell your husband to support the baby. But you personally know, and you knew before even these people got together, that this person is not supportive, okay? That is one thing. So I want to say that I think women, we must really get to know the type of people that we are making babies with, and let us be honest with ourselves, Okay, as in to say, I've made a baby with this type of a person. Unfortunately, if I want help, this is it. Maintenance will help me out of this situation, not even another woman. Okay, maintenance, and we must learn to go for maintenance. If I personally have to have a baby with a man, and I know that the man is not, I have to drag him for money, then I'm not going to blame another woman for that. I'll go to maintenance and I will get money from the men straight, you know. However, what I am not going to do is that, what I'm going also to advise another women is that when you are marrying your husbands, know the type of people that you are marrying. It's also very important. It saves us a lot of dramas. So what I would say is that know the type of people that you are marrying. At the end of the day, also learn not to marry in community or property. Because why am I saying this? Should another woman go for maintenance and you people, your properties are together like this, you might be part of maintaining another woman's child. Okay, I spoke about that, and actually I said I want to tackle 3 things. I spoke about tell your husband, know the type of people that you have actually made babies with. Another thing that I want to say is that it is the wife's fault. The husband is not supporting the child. Okay, I don't really, I want to really tackle it generally, so analyzing this situation and being also through something like this and knowing that my side is very clean and innocent. Okay, what I want to speak about, people saying children are not being supported because of the wife. This is what I need to speak to women. Relax, stop fighting one another because of children. Okay, you, and let me also include this with building, let me leave, okay, let me start with building relationships. Okay, first of all, before I go to this point of do not support children because of the wife. Building relationships and co-parenting. I think we need to understand that point number 1. Okay, we must understand that point number 1, we do not know each other as women. We do not know each other. The only thing that is we have in common is a man. And this is a very complicated situation and complex because this man, chances are very high, we all loved together. We all loved at the moments where we were with him. Like you loved him, I loved him. This person is not our family. He's not my family. He's not your family. That's the only person that is binding us as women. Okay? So now if we are being binded by this man as women, chances are very high. That's the way your relationship ended. It ended because there were issues. If there were not issues, that relationship wouldn't have ended and come to an end. Okay, chances are very high. There are situations just like you experienced, whatever you experience, chances are very high the woman in marriage is experiencing specific things at a moment. Though it's not a long time situation, chances are very high she's also experiencing something or going through a specific stage in their life. Okay, now you find yourself in a relationship where you want to be to cooperate. Co-parenting must come naturally. Okay, where the two of you really have a good relationship and this man is making it easier for you to co-parent. Okay, but in a situation where this man is not making it easier for the two of you to co-parent, to me, I say there is no business you two being caught up in the middle of things, because one thing and one thing for sure, the other woman did not make this baby. It's the two of you that made this baby, and you made the baby knowing exactly what relationship you have with one another. You know how you have been communicating all the years, and you know how you have been doing this thing together. So the fair thing enough is you as a wife not to get involved in people's ways of parenting their child. Okay, giving them a fair chance so that they can co-parent fairly without you being involved in this whole situation. Okay, whereby you are not controlling people's. Be secure. It's very important to be secure in yourselves and in your position with the men. Do not find yourself in a situation where you want to control people's relationship. You cannot control how they talk to one another. You cannot control how they co-parent. You need to give them a chance to co-parent, because you need to understand this person have a child, and this child needs to be taken care of by the two parents. So the two parents needs to co-parent. The co-parenting that is also respecting your marriage. Okay, I'm not talking about a co-parenting there that is going to spend some night together, that is going to be in the evenings at 1 a.m., 10 a.m. I'm not talking about the co-parenting that is jeopardizing the marriage or the relationship that you have, or that is ruining your peace. The baby mamas must know that the person is married and must respect you, and you must respect the baby mama's peace. You two are equal. You are women that made babies with this person. The only difference is that you are with this person now, and the person is not with the person now. But there's a baby involved in this home, is so the baby needs both parents' love. So allow people to co-parent. Okay. Another thing that I need to tackle is children are not being taken care of because of wives. I need to speak to baby mamas at this moment, and not baby mamas, to another women that are not in a marriage. Okay, and say that not all that glitters is gold. The grass is not always greener on the other side. Okay, it can be, it cannot be always greener on the other side. Okay, why am I saying this? I am saying this to say that you might find that your child is not being supported, but chances are very high this person is also not supporting in the house. It happens. There are situations, and we can run away from it, but it happens. There are situations that happens like this. We do have people in the houses where the man is in the house, but that man is just not supportive in the house. That person is financially not available. Not all the time, maybe sometimes, or sometimes not. Or maybe they only come in the house to give their house duties, and they are left with money that they are supposed to use accordingly. Now, this is one thing that is wrong. What is wrong is for another woman to tell another woman to micromanage a man. If a man have brought money in the house for the house cost, and the man is left with money in the account to give to his other children and to have fun for himself, me as a wife, I cannot micromanage a man to say, well, how did you spend this money that you are left with? I cannot do that. There should be boundaries. There should be respect. There should be space between the two people. We cannot be in each other's space like that. The only thing that me as a wife I am interested in financially from my man is house support. If my man says, baby, here is whatever amount of money, see what you are doing with it, because then I have to manage our house, depending on our relationship that we have with my man. If he trusts me with money and I'm good with money, and I can take care of the house cost. What I am interested for is take this money, take care of the house. Now what I'm going to do is receive that money and divide it around my house responsibilities. Electricity is paid, water is paid, let me see the food, let me see where I can come in to add up, and then we are done taking care of our house. Now this man is left. We have a discussion to say, if you are getting paid this amount of money, you have children outside there. This is how then we handle the situation. You give money home, you take care of the rest. That includes your other children. Now, we cannot micromanage men. Just like you as a baby mama cannot do miracles for this man to support your child. We can only coexist and take care of our cause and take care of what I need from a man is to say, bring money that will make me take care of my home and our children's, and then I have to put into consideration that you have other children's. The rest of the money, take care of other children's and take care of yourself. We all need pocket money. Okay? Now, how this man handles this money that he's left with is not on the wife. Okay, I want to say this because it looks like and sometimes also one thing that I picked up is that remember you are a woman, just like this person on this side is a woman. Chances are very high this man might make you guys crash. As women, we need to be very careful of such situations. Chances are very high that this man might make the two of you crash. You are asking for money. He have eaten up your money. For example, I'm not saying this is the situation, this is the reality. It can be a possibility. A man can say, my wife is the one with money and she doesn't want to give me money for the babies, you know, but he might be lying. Now you are on the other side causing dramas for the other person, or you are on the other side hating on an innocent person. Okay, what we should do as women is that know the type of a person that you're making a baby with. It's very important. Okay, know the type of a person that you're making the baby with. Know the how the person have been, and do not force this co-parenting thing. If the two of you have a good relationship, thank the gods. Well done. But if you do not have that relationship, do not walk around forcing things between you and another woman. You two have got nothing in common. The only thing that you have here is this man, generally so. If I am to be in a position of a baby mama, I have zero business with another woman. I have zero business with another woman. Me as a wife, and I'm going to sit here and say me as a wife of any man, I have problems of my own. I have challenges of my own. I have things that I need to do of my own. The least I want to do is deal with the whole another woman adult. I don't want to do that. I don't want to listen to her problems. I'm not the one. My partner or my husband is there to listen to her problems because him and her have brought a life into this world. So I am going to shift that responsibility to my husband and say, you take care of this because it is your responsibility. Remember, bringing a child into the world, it is our responsibility. So let the people that truly needs to be involved in a situation listen to the problems. If it's a problem of saying the baby does not have school fee, the baby does not have what, the baby does not have what, that is the parents' responsibility. So I do not have, I personally, I've made a decision that in this world, I do not want to, I cannot own all the problems in the world. I need to relax. I need to do what I can do, but I'm not gonna be mixed up in the thing of being superhero woman solving all the problems. No, I need to give people rights to solve problems that truly deserves to be in this situation. Another thing is that we live in a world now where we come from different houses, where we are raised differently, where we go to different churches, and we do things differently. Okay, giving your child to a whole complete stranger that you don't know, you're just being binded by this man so that this person raises a child for you, knowing very well who you made a child with. There's a problem, because people might, if you discipline a child in a specific way now, it's on you. The whole world is talking about you. The whole family is talking about you. You are a bad person. And sometimes people just want to protect their peace. So I need other mothers to understand that it's very important. I will analyze it to say it's very important to know who you made the child with. It's very important to take relationships slow. And it's very important to be on the other side, being understanding. And it's very important to know who you are dealing with. You are dealing with the father of your child. And it's very important for you to analyze situations. If you know that this person might be a liar or lying to you in some situations or making you crash, learn to fight the battles the correct way. For example, take the person to maintenance court. What stops women from going to maintenance anyways? I don't understand. I'm not gonna be here to support a man that does not support his children. It's wrong on all areas. If you are sitting and you are not supporting your children, and you as a woman, you need support, go for maintenance. With me, if a man is not supporting his children, I'm gonna go for maintenance. You will support. Even if I'm married and my husband is not coming to the table and I'm talking, I talk, you are not coming to the table, and I know you are working, you are getting money somewhere, I'll go to maintenance. And trust me, as a wife, I will be getting that money. But we are in this house living our life together because Akara, we don't have a problem. The only problem that we have is money. So I'll make sure that money is coming in the house then. I'll make sure that money is coming in the house. Then we can continue being in our happy marriage with money. Because I need money, then I must have money. You cannot work and not give me money. No. If you do it once, 2 times, 3 times, then we are together. Even 1 month or 2 months, it's too much for me not to receive money. It's too much. Except for a situation where you don't have a job. If you don't have a job, really, honestly, that's life. People, we get jobs, we lose jobs. That's life, okay? However, if you have a job and you're not giving me money, then I will stress. We also need to understand other women. Everybody needs money. These bundles of joys that we are bringing in the world, they need money. But we just need to tackle situations the right way. Why did I make this video? I want to tell women that tells other women to tell their husbands to support their children, to tell their husbands to support their children. That sometimes we don't know what we are talking about. Sometimes we do not know what we are talking about. Marriages are never going to be the same. There's no formula for marriage to say this is how marriage should be. All of the marriages must be like this. For as long as we are different, for as long as we have different personalities, for as long as we have different characters, for as long as we do different things in life, we will always find ourselves in situations where we, things cannot just happen the same way all the time. So this thing of pinching another woman to be micromanaging a whole individual is wrong. And it's mostly being spoken by people that do not understand because they are not on the other side of the river. Okay? And I just need to speak to say that, dear women, go for maintenance. Go for maintenance. I won't have a problem with a woman that goes to maintenance and take my husband for maintenance if my husband is not supporting the children. Because that man he brought a life in the world and he's supposed to be supporting the children. Go for maintenance and receive your money in peace and take care of the child in peace. Rather than dramas. Dramas are not needed, not in this world of today. And also us as wives, we must learn to stand up for ourselves. We must not sit here and take care of problems that are not ours. I'm not going to take $300 from my pocket to give nobody. I'm not going to take $1,000 from my pocket to give nobody. If I even go to the shop and buy food, buy things and say, take the things to the kids, just know the husband gave it to me. If he does not give me nothing, I am doing nothing. My money is my money. I'm not going to take responsibilities that are not mine. I'm not going to be a superhero type of a parent to say, you have another child, now you are playing with the money or something, give the children this, or you don't have a job now, take this money, give your children. No, you don't have a job, you don't have a job. The other parent must find a way. Just like me as the other parent, I'm finding a way. For my house, for my children. The other one must also find a way. I'm not going to take responsibilities that are not mine. And as women, we must stand up for ourselves and not take responsibilities that are not ours. We must not do things to be liked by people. We must not do things to buy faces. But we must do things that are fair. We must be fair in whatever that we are doing, not to abuse other people emotionally and financially. You have zero business as a wife or a partner that is with another man to tell a man not to support his other children or to keep his bob card. I mean, what type of a man, where in the world will a woman keep a bob card of a man and say, what do we say now? I am having your bob card and I'm saying, I'm not giving you money. The money that you work hard for, I'm not giving you money. What? Okay, I'm not giving you money. So what you do as a man, whenever you need transport money, you come to me. I need transport money. I need 100. Okay, here is 100 for transport money. I need to go buy beer. Here is a. I need to go give my children. No, you are not receiving. What is happening there? I don't know, and I don't even want to think about it because I don't want to believe it's real. It might be real, but what type of micromanaging people is this? I like to be free. I do what I want to do with the rest of my money that is left. I come home, I take care of things that needs to be done. I take care of the house responsibilities on my side. Then the rest of my money, I don't appreciate questions like micromanaging my bank account. What are you doing with this money? No. And I don't do that to people. It's life. We are living in a free world. Hence, we take care of the responsibilities in the house. The rest of the money, you are on your own. Whether you go drink it up, whether you go what, it's your own money, it's your own business. Responsibilities in the house are done. The rest of the things outside is none of my business. I'm only a human being and I'm not going to carry all the problems on me. And I'm going to micromanage anybody. Marriage does not mean micromanaging one another. No, it means we have responsibilities, and from responsibilities, we have our lives. Unless your behaviors are affecting the house in any way, then that is when we come together to speak. But apart from that, if you are not affecting the house in any way, you go out with your friends, you have your drinks, you come back, it's business as usual, we continue, you get paid, you take care of the responsibilities in the house, the rest of the money you did do whatever that needs to be done on your side, you go take care of other activities or spend the rest of the money with your friends, or you have your drinks, or have your what do you call this time, entertainment. If your money is for your entertainment, that's your entertainment. I'm not gonna micromanage you. Just like I also have my sort of entertainments that I like. Like, for example, I can go in church and they tell me, no, we need to contribute specific money, or we need to donate specific money for a specific building or a church that needs to be built or anything. I won't think of my husband to say, can I give $500 now? No, it's for my free money. I can simply say, here is $500, go and build a church. Or there's a wedding somewhere and I need to contribute. We can come together and say, no, there's a wedding, we need to give specific money there, but that is not going to affect my household responsibilities. I put money aside and the wedding comes, we give money for the wedding, or we give money for anything that comes, and that's it. If it's coming from me, it's coming from me. If it's coming from him, it's coming from him. Not a problem. But one thing that we need to put into consideration, and the things that we need to understand, is that women, let us stop fighting another women because of men. And men, take care of your responsibilities. Support your children. Those are your blood. They come more than on top of anything in this world. Support your children. Women, know the people, know the men you are making children with. Do not go and drop your children to other women so that other women suffer while you are relaxing. Know the type of men you are making babies with. We have men that are completely responsible. They come in different packages. We have men that are completely responsible. We have men that are just family oriented. We have men that are supportive. And we have men that are not the opposite. And in some households, women are putting it together. In some households, men are putting it together. So life is not a straight line. So before you dump a problem on another person, another woman, be thoughtful. Like myself, I don't care at this moment in my life. Should I even end up being alone, what I am doing is that I'm going to take care of my children and I'm not going to bother another person. Chances are very high you are at your house complaining about your child not being taken care of, but chances are very high I am also here with a pregnancy that I am caring, and I'm doing all by myself because of a situation at hand or whatever. Financially, I'm taking care of it myself. Emotionally, I am alone while the face is passing. Or sometimes I have to drag the money. I'm just saying, for example, sometimes I have to drag the money, and then you go like, give me money, and then you're given the money because you're trying harder to receive the money. But unfortunately, I don't see myself working hard as a woman when I need money. If you're married and you need money, go for maintenance if the person is not maintaining the children. Even though you are married or you're not married, you can go for maintenance. I think that's the only way. And for men, for you not to find yourself being taken to maintenance, support your children. Another advice for another woman, I would say, do not marry in community of property. Because if your husband, let me say for instance, have children out, even if he does not have children now, and then he happens to make children in the marriage or whatsoever, and then the two of you ended up not breaking up, just know that if those people goes for maintenance, your finances might be affected in any way, because in community of property says what is yours is mine. This in community is just complicating things, and the more we understand it on a deeper level, the more we are okay with the fact that this thing is actually not a good decision. It's better off when we do things separately, but we are working together. Okay, so actually that was my thought, and I am just putting it there to say that life is not always straightforward. I am trying to make people that are on the other side of the line, being it other women with babies that are not married to these men, to understand that life is not always a straight line, and chances are very high you might be looking at another woman and say she's the reason my kids are not supported, but that is not the case. Or you might be looking at another woman and say my kids are not being supported and the man is supporting her children, but that might not be the case. Okay, or it might be the case, but there is also money left for you. You know, there is money left for you, but the man is just not bringing them to not coming to the party. Chances are very high there's money left for you, is in to say this is how much we're getting paid. This is for us in the house. This is for you and your kids. Okay, send money to the kids, but the man is just not coming to the party. Okay, but these are conversations that you might not hear because you do not know what happens inside the marriage. But in most cases, a mother wouldn't want another child not to be supported. Okay, we wouldn't stand here as mothers and say support my children, but you're not supporting the other children. There's always money to say, bring money home. The rest of the money, use it however, which either way. Okay, so give to your children, which either way, that is the decision between them and the baby mama, to say, or himself, to say, at least I can give my children this how much. We cannot micromanage human beings. I think with this well said, I want you to come down and comment. I want other mothers, more especially wives, to come down and comment really, and also other women on the other side to come in and say, I've also thought so in situations, but then I figured out that this might not be the situation, or to come and tell us that even before this man was married, he was not supporting the children, or maybe sometimes we say he got married and then he forgot about my children, or we do not know what happened. But the question is, why don't you go for maintenance? We would say, and we will highly recommend our women who are on the other line of the side to go for maintenance so that their children are taken good care of. Okay, that is all that I would really highly recommend or say. As in for other people, I have no comment. As in for other people well involved in this whole situation, and we must learn to speak to people involved if there's an issue at hand. Okay, let us learn to speak to people involved if there's an issue at hand, bring it to the responsible ones, because nobody, not even a wife, can make you not support your child. You as a man, it is your right to stand and say, me, I am supporting my child. You phone me with children, you knew, and I am financially supporting my children. Okay, I am supporting the house, and I'm supporting my children. Okay, I think it's fair enough, really, honestly. Well, what do you think about these whole comments of people just throwing wives under the bus? I needed to say something. I needed to talk about it, because I feel like sometimes people don't know what they're talking about. More especially people that don't have children, people that have never been step parents, and people that people that are on the other side of the line. The ones that are not wives, the ones with the baby mamas, the ones with the children. I feel like we don't truly understand each other fully, and we do not know what's going on, because situations are never going to be the same. Hence, everybody is like co-parent. Tell your husband to support his children, but 1 + 1 is not always equal to 2, and this is life. This is what makes life interesting. Okay, what do you think about this whole situation of people throwing wives under the bus? Okay, throwing other women, I should say, under the bus. I am not going to sit here and say all the women are good women, but I'm just going to sit here and make other women understand that another woman is not always the problem. Sometimes the problem is the person you made a baby with, and you knew before he even got married that this person is a problem. Okay, yet you go and pin it against the wife or another woman, and then you are trying to find another person to fight your battles. But life does not work like that. Okay, well, that is it from me, Helma Daniel. I will see you guys in my next video. I really needed to highly speak about this, because I need us to look at life challenges, life as it is. Else, social media is gonna make us believe that we live in a fantasy world where there are no challenges, where there are no problems, where we are just supposed to be happy all the time, where things are supposed to just be flowing the way we want. But that is not life. Life have challenges. We just need to manage them well. They don't financially affect us. They don't emotionally affect us. They don't make us go crazy. They don't make us go through losses. If you know you can manage your situation well, you are okay. Okay, we just need to manage situations well, because there's no way you are gonna go in any situation where it's just gonna be gold. Well, we do have those ones that really are gonna go in situations and they're like, oh gold. But just know that life really is not always about honeymoon. There are those challenges that we need to acknowledge and bring to the table, and we need to also make people understand that life is full of challenges, and this type of challenges comes in different forms. We do not need to fight one another. This time around, I needed to speak to other women, okay? Because it might really be stressful. It might really be stressing to be on the other side with a child that is not being supported, okay? That is me, Helma Daniel. Please comment down below. Do subscribe. It's for free. Do chat with me. Any comment is appreciated. Let me say, for instance, I have 100 views. Let me have 100 comments whereby you people just like the video if it was educational. If you feel like it's not as educational, tell me why you think it's not educational, and we can debate and we can talk, and then we can I also want to receive negative comments. I think I haven't really been receiving negative comments like that, but negative comments are also welcome. I can also learn from them. Let them come through and let us talk. Really, let us really have a chat to say really, yeah, but what is the solution? The best solution to this whole situation, I would say, go for maintenance. Go for maintenance, and you don't need to go and badmouth another woman to their in-laws because you and this men are not understanding one another. If you are hearing things, go straight to maintenance court and just make this person pay. The money will come through, because at the end of the day, all that you need is the money, okay, for this baby to be supported. Well, that's it from me, Helma Daniel. See you guys in my next video. Bye.